Indian River State College has changed my life. After graduation from high school, I went to Fort Pierce Central, and I graduated with a certificate of completion. That was always tough for me. I had a 3.2, 3.3 GPA, and but I couldn't pass one of the FCATs. And if you didn't pass that, you couldn't get your diploma. And my ultimate goal was to go to college. I've always wanted to go to college and further myself. But that test was something that held me back. That is one of my biggest motivation outside of my mother. Because she was my backbone. She's the one that picked me off the floor and that told me that I am smart and I am intelligent, and that if you have hard work, in due time, you will be successful. I remember I went to go get tutored at the academic assessment lab, and there was a lady there, Miss Ruth, and she took the time with me, every day for about a month, and she helped me with my GED. And I passed that, and a lot of the fundamentals that she taught me, it carried on throughout college. Respiratory therapist is it's about 2 to 3 days a week for classroom, and that consists of between 6, sometimes 7-hour days. But then the other side of that is clinicals. So you have to complete every semester. You have to complete it's close to between 14 to 19 12-hour shifts at the hospital. And a lot of times I would work a 24-hour shift here, leave here, and then do 12 hours clinicals, go home, take a quick cat nap, and then go to school the next morning. 2 years before before the program started, I met with Professor Walsh and Dr. Rosenfeld, which are the two respiratory care instructors at Indian River State College. I told them my story, and I told them, how it was another one of my dreams to become a therapist, and they believed that same vision, and they showed me that what I needed to do to make it happen, and told me it wasn't going to be easy, but it's possible, and that's all I needed to hear. So those 2 years I worked and saved up time, thus and so, and I used that when the program started to see myself through it. I'm ecstatic because now I will become the first firefighter paramedic respiratory therapist active. So I think that is huge from a business that runs over 80% respiratory calls. I think that'd be an asset. So in the fire department, there aren't any respiratory therapists here, but there are firefighter paramedics. They go over emergency airway procedures, which is huge, in helping at that instant moment. Respiratory therapist is more of the long-term chronic, over a few days. But how that correlates and how that interacts, and what I feel like what I can bring to the table now is that even in that emergency setting, you can start treatments early and acutely, whereas it can help them out, once they get to the hospital. Without Miss Ruth, the teacher there that Indian River State College hired, without having her, and just how patient she was with me, with the 7 to 8 hours, she put in, every day, and she saw something in me that I didn't see in myself. So if it wasn't for her, then I wouldn't, I don't think I would be here today.